Today I'm with a car that I have loved for so long and I've been absolutely dying to drive. This is the 2010 Jaguar XKR. This particular car is a 5-litre supercharged V8. On paper comes with 503 horsepower, 625 newton meters of torque. You've got a 0 to 60 time of about 4.5 seconds and a top speed of 155 miles an hour. This particular car has actually got a stage 1 remap, which puts it to over 600 horsepower. It's also got the speed pack, which comes with the black pack, you may know, but the speed pack puts the top speed to 174 miles an hour. But I am told that if you de-restrict the car, it will put it to over 200 miles an hour. It is quite heavy though, at 1800 kilos, so it's a bit heavier than I like if you watch my reviews, but in all fairness, it does carry it well. We've got a front engine rear wheel drive setup, so we've got this long vented mean looking bonnet which houses, as I said earlier, the 5-litre supercharged V8. So this car has the black pack, as I mentioned earlier, which gives you this little front splitter, extended side skirts and the rear diffuser. Now, boot space. It's heavy as hell. Boot space is really good. I mean, you can fit whatever you want in there. Suitcase, massive bags, human, no worries. Right, let's take a look inside after I've stretched my entire being. Interior is exactly what I expect a Jaguar to be like, just comfortable, luxurious, leather absolutely everywhere, on the door sills, on the dashboard, everywhere. Lovely seats. So this car has got the comfort seats. You have the option of having the, I think they're bucket seats, but these are much more comfortable when you get the heating and cooling on the seats there. Rears are the buckety of bucket seats. I mean, you can get me, small people, people with no legs, kids, small pets in there, but not much else. And as I say, you're going to be sitting like this. It's hilarious. Storage wise, we've got these nice little pockets in the door cards. You can actually fit quite a lot of stuff in there. They're really nice. And then we've also got underneath the armrest, which is really feels quite flimsy when you lift it up. Another pocket of, you can fit a lot of stuff in there as well. We've got the USB and iPod chargers. I think the iPod charger might be a really old one because I've not seen that connection in years. And then something that is really cool is if you pull this up, it moves the armrest back and it then opens up to the cup holders, which you can also take out if you want to add more storage underneath. And then in terms of glove box, pretty small glove box, but do you need a massive glove box in one of these? In terms of controls, in the centre console you've got your kind of normal climate control, you've also got a front and rear heated windscreen, so that's useful. And then on this screen the owner has actually upgraded to include Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. Now, if you've just bought an XKR and you cannot find the heated seat, you need to go into the screen, click climate, and then you'll be able to turn the heated seat on, or cooling seat. You've got both on these cars. In terms of other seat controls, in the side of the door, you can pretty much do whatever the hell you want with this seat. Up, down, forward, back. You can then also change your lumbar support. You can change these bits that they come in and out and it feels like you're a lot tighter in the seat. I mean, anything that you could possibly ever want to do to a seat, you can do it with these controls. So other bits that I just wanted to point out, back to the center console, you've got your start stop button. You've then also, when you turn the car on, got this little dial that will come up. It's kind of flat to the surface when the car's off, and that's what you use to put the car into the different modes for you know, parking, reverse, dynamic, sport, all that sort of stuff. Then below it you've got a winter mode, and then you've got DSC on or off, and then you've also got a flag button which the owner calls the hero mode. And if you'll see later in the video, but if you put it into sport and then press the hero button, it makes the car just an absolute animal. It's incredible. And then next to that we've also got the ASL button, which allows you to flick between cruise control and the speed limiter. Steering wheel's actually pretty simple. There's not a huge amount on it. You've got on one side kind of the radio bits, you know, volume up and down, skip, all that sort of stuff. And then on the other side, you've got the cruise control controls. So again, you can increase your speed, turn it off, resume, all that sort of stuff. Normal stuff in cars these days. We've then also got the flappy paddles. These just feel really nice. I can't explain it to you, but yeah, love how they feel in your hand. And then to the right of the steering wheel, you've got the buttons for the boot, to open the boot, and the fuel cap, just in case you're looking for that, because it took me a long time to find it this morning as well. Right, let's take it for a drive. That is enough chatting. Right, I have to be honest, I am completely and utterly infatuated with this car. I'm just going to get that out of the way, like completely head over heels, fully in love. I woke up this morning so excited to drive it. So I picked it up last night from the owner, had a really good drive home, and then I got to drive it again last night, and yeah, I woke up this morning just really excited to drive it. But before I get onto the reasons I love it so much, we'll do the technical bit. Is there anything I don't like? Maybe the fuel economy. I'm doing 18.6 miles per gallon, but I have been hooning everywhere. Under 70 miles an hour, of course. No, not sure there is anything I don't like. Yeah. Modes wise, we've got like normal mode, so it's quite sedate. Obviously you should be able to hear that exhaust in the background. If I just put my foot down, you can really hear it. You can hear that massive V8 noise behind me. But it's actually quite a sedate, nice touring car. You could do loads of miles in it, you know, really eat up the miles in this car, and it just you wouldn't mind, you know, you wouldn't mind spending 10-12 hours sitting in it in a day. It's really not a problem at all. It's got a bit of lag when you put your foot down. It takes a minute to kind of get going, but it's by no means slow. So as I mentioned before, this car has had a stage 1 remap, which puts it to about 620 horsepower. It's not going to be slow anyway, but as I say, you do get that kind of little bit of supercharger lag. If I then move the dial, push it down, put it into sport, it then revs a lot higher, so it puts the gear down a lot. You can put it into manual at any time, and then it will switch back to auto if you don't use it in a few seconds. Yeah, you move that dial into sport and it kind of revs a bit higher, tightens everything up, makes the suspension nice and stiff, makes the handling a lot more direct. But in all honesty, you don't really notice it. The only time you really notice it is if you press the hero button, as the owner calls it, which puts it into dynamic, and then it's like dynamic sport, I guess. Comes up with a circle on the dashboard. What that does, puts it into manual, and again tightens everything up a lot. Let me just quickly show you from almost a standing start. So if I put it back into just a normal mode, I've still got dynamic on, and then I put it into sport, so it's kind of pootling along at like 2,000 revs. If I push the button down, put it into sport, it's gone straight up to 3,500 revs, and you get the power and the throttle response immediately. It feels very fast, very fast. This is a very fast car anyway, but it feels very fast. Now they do say that the sport dynamic mode is the best one if you're taking it on track. How this would handle / do on track, I think it would do pretty well. Obviously it's got the straight line speed. If you put some decent tyres on it, this is on Dunlop Sport Maxes, so they're okay. You can feel a lot of slip in the rear end kind of when you're pushing on the twisty roads. Car gives you a lot of confidence quite quickly, but actually I feel like if you were really pushing on a track, you might get yourself into trouble if you didn't really know the car very well. So in terms of ride and comfort, it is very comfortable. As I said a minute ago, you could do loads and loads of miles on it. We've got the comfort seats in this car, so you can get them with I think they're bucket seats, or you know, sports racing seats, but these are actually really nice. You've got the heating and cooling element of it as well, so again, you can just spend loads of time in this car and really not be worried about it. Gear changes are absolutely gorgeous in every mode. They're really quick. Now this car it's had a gearbox remap, so it's 30% quicker apparently. So if you do own one and you feel like the gear change is a little bit slow, might be worth having a look at this remap, because it is lovely on this car. I'd say in the way of touring, one thing I guess that is probably a little bit unnerving maybe is that you can be doing 50 and it feels like you're doing 70, and you can be doing 90 and it feels like you're doing 70. There's not really any concept of how fast you're going when you're just cruising along. Now, when you're obviously hooning around the corners and stuff, there is absolutely a concept of how fast you're going. But just on a normal kind of cruising along on the road, I feel like you could get yourself into a bit of trouble. Now, I did test this on a private road, private straight road, and I thought, so it kept beeping, and I was like, why is it beeping? Anyway, I thought it was because I was going over 70. It turns out it's actually because you're going over 90. So just bear that in mind. If your car starts beeping at you, it's because you've accidentally crept over 90 mile an hour, and you should definitely slow down to 70 because that's the speed limit. Right, anyway, I think that's all I need to discuss in terms of normal driving, pootling along the road, as I say, can do very well in this car. So I'm going to go and find a twisty road and see how it handles. So I'll be back in a sec. Right, found my twisty road. Let's see. Fucking wheel spin! Back end's like, woohoo! Brakes are good. Feels like it's not going to get you into trouble. You can really feel that kind of back end when you're going around the corners quite fast, like wanting to slip, but it doesn't. The car is very, very poised actually, but I'd say you really do have to be careful with that throttle, certainly with the map, because you will get yourself in trouble, I think, if you try and accelerate out of a corner too fast and stuff like that, because it's got a lot of torque. Jesus Christ. Oh yeah. It's so fun. My heart's like this. Oh man. I love this car so much. Now, the owner did suggest turning off traction control to me. Although it feels very, very, very planted when you're going around corners, I would say that is probably the one thing I would not want to do on the road. There is absolutely no way I'll be turning that traction control off on the road, because you put your foot down and it really does want to just let the back end go, and I feel like you could get yourself into a lot of trouble. But my God, do I want one? But my God, am I not allowed to have one? Oh, what a fantastic car. I can't believe how good it was to drive. I really didn't know what to expect with this. And I couldn't have been any more impressed with this car. I just absolutely love it. Properly infatuated with this car. So if you're considering buying one, definitely do go and buy one. I'd say, do you know what, funnily enough, even in nanny mode, there isn't really a nanny mode in this car, to be honest, but even in nanny mode, I still find myself using the flappy paddles, which in a lot of auto cars I don't, because you're kind of a bit like, can't bothered, but it makes the experience even more fun. And I'm going to be saying this and people are going to be like, oh yeah, duh, but I don't know, even when you're doing 40 mile an hour, you kind of want to just, it's mainly the noise, to be honest. I mean, listen to it. It's just, even when you're doing 30 mile an hour, the noise, you just want to knock it down a gear and just keep doing that. Like, back end, I'm not even going fast, and the back end's just like, yeah, all right, cool, let's go. Sorry, I got distracted by the noise then. What I was saying was, in terms of mode, so yeah, in nanny mode, kind of, you still want to use the flappy paddles, or I do, but I would say when you're on a hoon, definitely that kind of sport dynamic. Fucking trying to pull out of a junction. The car's just sorry, got distracted again. Trying to pull out of a junction, the car's just wheel spinning on me. But yeah, as I was saying, I'd say when you're on a hoon, kind of that sport dynamic function, even if you're not going to use it to the full kind of capability of it, is definitely the mode to use. That's what I'm driving around in it now, just cause, so yeah. Oh, I don't want to give this car back at all. I'm not allowed one. Annie, stop. You're not allowed this car. You will lose your license. I want one. I want it bad. there's so much car for the money as well. I mean, you can get one, so there's a few on Auto Trader at the time of filming this for about 20 grand. You can get a 75th anniversary one for about 35. But I mean, yeah, I mean, in terms of what you actually get for the money, it's mental. But you will spend a lot of money on fuel. I put 40 quid in it this morning and I've already used half of what I put in, so I haven't done that many miles. Yeah. It's like, oh, I just love it. I need to stop saying it. It's going to be the most boring review in the world, just me going, I love this car. But I really do love this car a lot. Right, fun factor. Again, I love this car so much. Like, it does everything. It's like a perfect GT tourer. It handles well. It's exciting. It gets your heart pumping. Like, but as I say, you can just poot along at 50 mile an hour and it's not too much trouble. Now, when I picked it up yesterday, I think it had an average fuel consumption of about 25 miles per gallon. So it's not too bad on fuel either if you're just bombing along the motorway, as I say, sort of 50 mile an hour, whatever. This car does it all. It's a bit like, now if you watched my Cupra video, you knew that I absolutely love the Cupra, and I'm going to say this, and it's, you know, it could be a controversial statement for people that have got XKRs. I don't know how you're going to take it, but I love this as much as I love the Cupra. So I'm going to go with a fun factor of 9, purely because it just gets your heart racing when you're bombing along, and I absolutely love it. The noise it makes, it just everything about it is just wonderful. It does it so well, but it's also really exciting to drive. So I'm going with a 9, which is obviously a very high score for me. Normally cars sit around the sort of 7 to 8 mark when they're supposed to be, you know, fun cars on the road. Yeah, I absolutely love it. Practicality, you know, seat's all right. You can fit a small person in there. I'll fit in it. Me, you know, small people, dogs, kids, that sort of thing. So you can buy this, have kids, chuck them in the back. I'm going to go with, I mean, probably 7. I mean, you know, it hasn't got massive space. It hasn't got massive back seats. The boot's all right. You know, it's got reasonably sized boot. Again, it kind of handles stuff at lower speeds. Like, you could have this as an only car, in my opinion, and I 100% would. So I'm going to go with an 8. I think it does everything. Car does everything. But I'm going to caveat that with, I personally, as a child, me being a child at heart, could not own this car for the pure and simple reason that I would absolutely lose my license, because I would be incapable of just doing 50 mile an hour in it. Because the noise, the experience, everything about it is just telling you to hoon constantly. So I don't know if that docks points for it on practicality, but for me, I can't own one. I can't, with my sensible head, own one. If you're an adult and you can be capable of not driving like a tit everywhere, if the car is willing you to, go and buy one now. I mean, like yesterday is my suggestion. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe and turn on your notifications. Drop us a comment to let us know what you'd like us to review this year. As I keep saying, I've got some really exciting stuff coming through, so please do make sure that you hit that subscribe button, and I will see you next week.